I don't know the detail of all that. I don't think we're actually given it. Peter's the only one who mentioned this in Tartarization. They've been put in Tartarus and Tartarized. Some of the demons are clearly in the sublunar space. Satan has a team of demons at work. We know that because Jesus spoke to the demons in Luke 4:41. The demons spoke to Jesus and recognized the fact that he was the Messiah. That's perfectly clear. Presumably the demons are the product of those extraordinary unions in Genesis 6. But I'm not able to say. I've never read anything. I mean, one can only examine the commentaries. There's a lot on this online, but there are two categories of demons. Their origin precisely in terms of two different categories, I don't know. All I know is that some are incarcerated in permanent chains and they're waiting judgment. Others are the demons who are part of what the prince of the power of this air is working at. Doctrines of demons are clearly false teachings. And the demons are extremely good at propagating false teachings. That's because the human race is half asleep. Most people are not thinking very hard about what they believe and why they believe it. Our most urgent task is to be daily thinking about what is true and what is false, because only those who believe what is true are going to be saved. Indeed, those who have a passion for truth, that's 2 Thessalonians 2:10, those who have a real passion for truth will be saved. So we need to take the issue of truth and error with utmost seriousness. It's a very great danger to believe things that are false. It's like putting cyanide in your coffee. Your brain food, your spiritual brain food, needs to be truth. So one should be working constantly then at dividing error from truth and learning to believe what is not traditional and untrue, but what is really to do with the faith once and for all delivered to the saints, as Jude says. That's a daily striving to that goal. It sounds like there was another incursion here of Nephilim after the flood. Presumably those giants died during the flood, the ones that came to be before that. Yes, it's a curious thing. I think we don't need too much detail here, by the way. In some of the apocryphal writings of the Jews, there's more detail here. We don't need that. We've got enough trouble dealing with the Bible as we have it, and I think those details are not particularly clear, but you can read that up fairly easily on the online just by... You can read the book of Enoch. I mean, so what? If you've got the Bible totally mastered, yes. We know that one part of Enoch is inscripturated. Jude quotes it. That's quite clear. That doesn't mean to say that every detail of Enoch is either necessary or profitable. So there's a tendency for people out there in internet land to be taken with issues that really aren't primary. Not that this is necessarily one of them, but we need to be sure that the Great Commission is furthered by our studies. And this issue of Enoch, fine, read it. If you've got extra time, read the book of Clement. 2 Clement is particularly interesting because it shows where the faith is going wrong. There's a text in 2 Clement 5, verse 9, I think, which says that Jesus was first spirit and then became flesh. Well, the whole thing's been turned on its head. That's backwards of the truth. So be careful with the apocryphal writings. That's why they're not scripture. Read them if it helps you, but otherwise...